我叫吳仲恩，我嚟自香港，我嚟咗台灣超過20年。
Hello， 我是袁成，我的名字杜尚，我是印度人。2015年我搬来台湾。
Hello, Francis.
I'm Rebecca.
We came from Malaysia. Came to Taiwan since 2000. So how about you?
Come to Taiwan from 2001.
So my name is Nicolas Ramirez. I've been living in Taiwan for 12 years. I'm originally from Colombia.
My name is Yiling. I'm originally from North Wales, which is part of the UK. I've been in Taiwan since 1986.
但係我比較習慣嘅早餐係火腿通粉加雙蛋加兩個火腿一份麵包同埋奶茶。
Breakfast is made of choice with many culture. We have many choices.
We got Malay food, we got Indian food, also we got Chinese food. Actually, we always had noodle in our breakfast. Also, rice, we say nasi lemak. And also the Indian food, we call it like roti chana.
In Colombia, we usually have a very strong breakfast that contains rice and salty beans, salty red beans. You don't find it in Taiwan very often because the beans in Taiwan are usually sweet. The ones we eat in Latin America are salty. So we have that as breakfast, and it usually comes with rice, egg, and a piece of meat, usually pork. That is a very traditional breakfast that we have. There is another one that it's from the capital of Colombia. It is called a changua, and it is basically milk with an egg inside. It is a kind of soup that people usually drink in the morning. But it is a very, maybe more traditional breakfast that you have only in the capital because the weather there is very cold.
In the UK, I think a lot of people maybe prefer a healthier option. Have maybe something like yogurt or fruit, toast, just some cereal, which is generally eaten cold. But obviously the main, traditionally in the UK, what they have is what they call a full breakfast. So that would be things like sausages, bacon, eggs that could be scrambled, fried, poached, maybe some baked beans, some fried bread, maybe some tomatoes, mushrooms, black pudding, which is a very sort of English speciality, and it's a lot of food. So if you had something like that, you had a full English breakfast, you probably wouldn't need to eat for the rest of the day. So that's probably one of the things that if I had to say what I missed about breakfast, it would be the full English breakfast. In the winter time in Wales, we would have porridge. Oats is actually, I think it's a Scottish meal rather than a Welsh meal. Something like that I miss.
嗱喺台灣嘅早餐，我最有印象嘅就係蛙龜，因為佢同我哋喺香港食到嘅蘿蔔糕好相似。
Taiwan is a lot of the Chinese traditional food like dumplings or 蛋饼或者烧饼。
So I've tried all kinds of breakfast, from hamburgers to dumpling to wonton, everything that you can imagine. My favorite and the one that I usually eat now is the dumpling, tuna dumpling in the morning.
I think what's most strikingly obvious is that Taiwanese like to have a warm or a hot breakfast. That's what I've noticed. And it can be a variety. It can be from the rice porridge, xi fan, like the way to like noodles, something fried like youtiao or something like that.
因为印度人只有做中餐跟晚餐，为什么不做在台湾？因为现在台湾印度人比较少，如果做早餐的话，会不会吃？台湾人会喜欢不喜欢？
因為我哋喺早餐嘅時候，好多時會飲一杯奶茶，而呢杯奶茶嘅特色就係茶非常之濃。 佢唔只用一種茶葉去沖泡而成，佢可能仲會浸喺水裏邊浸比較耐，跟住仲會加上 用一個好似印度拉茶嘅方法倒嚟倒去，令到空氣混入去茶裏邊，同我哋台灣飲到嘅茶就差好遠啦。台灣嘅茶可能就係時間唔好太長，溫度唔好太高，而且我哋通常喺台灣飲嘅茶係綠茶或者所謂嘅未發酵過嘅茶，而喺香港嘅茶就係紅茶發酵過嘅茶，非常之濃，一定要加奶同埋加糖。咁但係呢杯茶嘅效果，我講咖啡因嘅濃度可能比一杯咖啡嚟得高。Okay?
We normally drink hot chocolate that is very sweet, and then you join it with a little bit of corn cake. So the corn cake doesn't have any flavor, but the chocolate has to be very sweet.
I mentioned sausage that English people or British people have for breakfast, but in Taiwan sausage is completely different. And so even when you learn the language and your word is, if I say to a Taiwanese person, I want to eat sausage, it's not da bao xiao bao, that kind of, it's a different sort of thing. That's sort of amusing because when you overcome the linguistic obstacles and then you just you think, okay, that person is understanding what I'm saying, but that person's interpretation of what is a sausage and what my sausage is different. I think the other thing, it's hard for Taiwanese people who haven't been out of Taiwan to understand our bread, because what we call bread is it's not sweet, and it could be quite a lot of whole grain. Most non-Taiwanese that I know who want good bread will actually start making their own.
Luar Sarwa Dashi.
Nadolig Llawen, a blwyddyn newydd da I pawb.